Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Julbo Rush cycling sunglasses. Developed for uncompromising performance, the Rush sunglasses are one of the largest sunglasses Julbo currently offers. With an oversized lens design and a wide field of view, it's ideal for skiing, trail running, or cycling depending on which lens you choose. Now packaging is pretty simple. You have a cardboard box, Julbo logo on here with these reflective graphics. A little information about their social media here, and then the actual model we have written here on the side. Now I'll go ahead and take out the box and we'll go over the specs. Retail price on these sunglasses ranges from $160 all the way up to $230 depending on which lens you choose. With the Reactiv photochromic lens we have here, the price is the $230. It's available both in the Spectron, which is a single category lens, all the way up to the photochromic Reactiv lens, which we have here. These have a vented lens design to prevent fogging, a full frame construction, so you can see it wraps all the way around with this little nose bridge. It has what they call the Flex 3 temples, and these are designed to adjust in 3 different directions, so you can move it side to side and also adjust the length by simply dragging it up or down. So very easy to customize the fit. You also have grip tech temples, and this is a special material. It's designed not to grip against your hair, but still be non-slip. And you have similar material here on the nose pad, which again, adjustable to adjust to any size nose by simply just pushing down on it. In terms of what comes in the box, pretty simple. You get the one lens that you choose with it. You get a nice fabric bag, and this has the branding on here. So this is great to clean the sunglasses or to travel with them. And you also get this nice hard case. It's kind of a mixture between a hard case and a soft case. You have little hard case edges on the front and back, and then flexible between it. So this is really nice. So when it's being stored, it stores nice and flat instead of the bulky zippered style cases. Now let's take a look at the weight of the sunglasses. They're one of their larger designs, so slightly heavier at 38 grams. Let's go over the fit and finish of the Julbo Rush sunglasses. In terms of design, they're very similar to the Julbo Fury, except this is a little bit larger, so if you have a larger face or you want a bigger lens, then this is the one to choose. It has an angular design, so you can see these sharp corners and then ridges on here for a little more aggressive appearance. And Julbo offers these in a variety of colors. You can see we have the black and blue variation here. So you have blue along the bottom and then the temple. And they also offer solid color variations. So it's available in black and blue, as you can see here, black and red, black and white, as well as the solid black and solid white options. Now there is no customization program on the Julbo website, but they have a very easily accessible spare parts catalog. So you can actually buy the temple arm separately, the bottom piece separately, the nose piece separately. So if you ever had an issue and you need to replace a part, you can do that. And you can also customize this by just simply buying the different colors. And then with a simple screwdriver, you could swap out the temples or do other things to make it really custom fit to you. So it's a nice idea, and it's great that they offer it so easily. Now on the front, you can see you have an oversized style with this one-piece visor. And you can see it extends all the way over. You have nice vents here to prevent it from fogging up. And then again, very angular design, so a little more aggressive in appearance. It is a full frame design, so you can see it wraps around. And then it also has a nose piece bridge, so that connects the bottom to the top. And it means it's pretty rigid, but still a little bit flexible, so it won't crack or break. It also has this base 6 curvature, so if you look down, you can see it's not flat. So a normal lifestyle sunglass would be flat, but with performance sunglasses or cycling ones, you want this curvature. And that means you have better field of view. You don't see the edges. The temples are what they call the Flex 3, and it's adjustable in 3 different directions: lateral, vertical, and length. And you can see really easy to adjust. It also has these little indentations on the temple, and that also helps it adjust in those directions. And you can see it holds its form almost like a copper wire setup. And again, this has a grip tech material, which is meant to be non-slip, so you can see it's rubber coated, but also won't stick to your hair, which is a nice touch. The nose is also what they call a 3D nose fit. and this is fully adjustable. You don't have index positions, you just simply push it around and it'll hold its form. So a nice way to get a custom fit without having additional parts. Now, what's more important than the styling and the look of sunglasses are the lenses. You want to make sure you pick the right one for your environment. There's two things to consider: the filter category. That goes from category 0 all the way to 4, where 4 is very dark and 0 is a clear lens. And that dictates how much light is allowed to go through the sunglasses. So you want to pick the one that matches your right environment. If you're in a sunny environment, you want something like a 2 or 3. But if you're somewhere where it's always dark or overcast, maybe a 1 or even a 0 is better suited. Now with these, we have the reactive lens, and that's really well named. It actually reacts to the environment. It's photochromic, so that means it'll actually adjust based on the light. It's not temperature dependent. This one is the 1 to 3 high contrast lens, and that means it goes from category 1 all the way to 3, and that means 13% to 72% light transmission, so really impressive. That means you essentially have 3 lenses in one, and it's definitely worth the additional price because you can ride this in low light conditions or in really bright sunny conditions without having to change a lens or purchase separate lenses. Now the other thing to consider is the base tint color. You can see here it's pretty brown. So that means it's a little better suited for trail running or gravel riding, as the brown really brings out the contrast in the dirt and vegetation. For road cycling, you want something more violet or gray, which helps with the concrete that you would see. But definitely a great option, and they offer quite a few lens options on here. Now this also is an interchangeable lens design, and you actually just simply push on the bottom and you can hear the snap, and then it simply just slides out. So you just push on the bottoms and then you can see one piece design that pops out. You can see the little tabs here that help it hold in place. Now you can get a better look at the frame. You can see very rigid, especially with that nose bridge. But a nice flexible design. You can see you can actually push on it, and simple construction with little hidden bolts. And if you had a separate lens, you just simply slide it into the grooves that you can see here, and you just have to sort of push it into place. So pretty simple to change, although you do get fingerprints all over it. And then you're ready to ride again. Here you can see the Rush sunglasses on the road. Found them a pretty good looking sunglasses. The oversized frame is not too large, and with the accent colors, you can actually match them with other apparel or your bike. And the wide field of view really works well, especially when you're cycling. You don't really see the edges of the frame or the nose bridge. We're also impressed with the reactive lens. It responds to the environment pretty quickly, so you go from category 1 to 3. And that meant as we went through shaded areas, we still had good vision. We would have liked to see some more road cycling specific ones with either gray or violet base tint though. Now let's do a little comparison between the Julbo Rush and other sunglasses on the market. You can get everything from more traditional sports sunglasses with small frames, all the way up to the giant sunglasses like the Devour. Now, starting from the classic style, this is the Bolle Bolt 2. You can see a 2-piece lens design, much smaller. So if you put them side by side, you can see this one extends quite a bit further up when you align the noses, wider field of view, and obviously a more aggressive styling to it. There are also other style sunglasses you can get semi-frameless design. This is the Bolle Lightshifter. You can see pretty similar styling wise. You have that aggressive kind of flat top frame design, angular edges, but this one has no frame on the bottom with just a simple nose piece, where the Julbo has a nose piece. The nice thing about Julbo is you have a dual color design. That's something you don't see very common with sunglasses, so you can actually pick the color that matches your frame or your cycling kit. There are other sunglasses as well. We have the Smith Shift Mag. And what's cool about these, they actually have the magnetic lens change. So you simply pop these 2 tabs and then the whole lens pops out. So it definitely makes it a lot easier to change lenses. As you saw with the Julbo, you really have to get your fingerprints on everything to get them in and out. While the Smith, you simply pop the tabs and you're ready to go. But you can see similar styling. The nice thing about the Smith is that it doesn't have the nose bridge. Similar dimensions, but You can see a cleaner profile. That said, you don't really see the nose bridge when you're riding as it's directly in front of you. But I do think it looks a little bit cleaner without it. The other big player when it comes to sunglasses is POC, and they have a lot of really distinct colors. And what they do is, you can see you have a concealed frame. So the POC, this is the POC AIM, it looks really thin, but it also has a nose bridge that connects the top and bottom. Semi-frameless design, but it feels a lot more plasticky. You can see, especially with this transparent construction, where the Julbo feels more premium. Even though they're priced really similarly, I think the build quality on the Julbo feels a little bit better. Now, if you want bigger frames, you can go a lot bigger than this. This is probably about a medium size. It's oversized, but it's not huge. If you want to go really big, the POC Devour is probably the largest one we've seen on the market. And you can see it's taller. It's quite a bit wider. And it has, again, that concealed frame. It's a full frame design. So you can see if you put that in here, you have a lot more lens though. And you can see it's a darker lens as well. So great for brighter conditions. The Bolle Chrono Shield is also a good option that we also like to bring out. So more like a ski goggle design with that full frame that's not concealed and the top brow. But again, just wider field of view. So it depends on what you're looking for. If you really want giant frames, you can get a different brand. But the Julbo Fury has a nice in-between and looks great even when you're trail running or doing errands around town, while something like the POC Devour or the Bolle Chrono Shield are just really large. So it looks a little bit odd without a helmet. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Julbo Rush sunglasses. What we like about them is the sleek styling. They're oversized, but they're not overstyled. They also have the nice reactive lens, which adapts quickly to the environment, and the photochromic capability is really nice to have when you're cycling. It also has a very comfortable fit with the flexible temples and nose. Some of the cons for the sunglasses, the fact that there's no customization. However, you can buy spare parts, so you can mix and match and change the color using their simple website. Also, there is no clear lens included with these sunglasses, which would have been nice to see at this price point. Finally, the full frame design with nose bridge. We would have liked to see a semi-frameless or at least the nose bridge removed for a sleeker appearance. Taking everything into account, we'd give the sunglasses an 8.8 out of 10. I think they're well styled and the reactive lens is particularly well suited for cycling. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.